Hello everybody, my name is Equestria, and I'm here playing some more Ponyvania, Order of Equestria. Now, this is supposed to be the last part, so let's just go through the last part, shall we? Now, I think I purchased all the weapons and items. Yep, I can. And have, well, I've already paid for them, okay? So Luna's growing concern over the missingness of Celestia, I'm guessing. Now, one thing you'll notice is my level. I sort of overdid it when I thought I needed to be a high level in order to complete this next level. But I sort of over-leveled. But on the bright side, this will be a quick part. Well, here's hoping at least. But yeah, you should kind of see it, like right here. One hit. Those giant floating things right there, those are called ectoplasm. If you touch them, they will make you lose, they will give you a curse, and the curse makes you lose MP. Instead of HP, it'll make you lose, see, there. If you see the blue bar there, it's kind of decreasing at an extraordinary speed there. That's what a curse does. Doesn't make it any more difficult for me, but I suppose you could say it can if it calls for it. But I've not really found any situations where it actually called for needing that much MP, except for at the Diamond Dogs. As you saw, I got my butt handed to me directly to me by the Diamond Dogs twice. And I'm not afraid to admit that a boss defeated me. Just wish that bug didn't happen so I could actually defeat them the right way. And yes, I know, if you're gonna comment about it, yes, I know about the reload feature. Well, the load game feature. But I didn't want to have to go all the way back and make all those levels back on a lower level. That would just take a lot of time. And I highly doubt you want to wait another 2 or 3 days for the next video like this. Or maybe you do. But that'll be a maybe later thing. Like I've said in the last video, I will create a video of me defeating the Diamond Dogs on hard mode. Oh, those things. You should probably see what they can do. Yeah, they explode. If you've already seen it, though, look how little damage I've taken through all of that beating. Barely even scratched the surface. And if you notice, I'm still wearing that same ice cloak. Yeah, this move is sort of super effective. I can't even consider that move annoying. It doesn't do enough damage to be annoying. It's just kind of hilarious that 1 out of like 12 of those things is going to be a little kitty, as you saw. Oh, and also, that boss there was a reference to Daring Do. Yeah, I know it. So what? Well, there goes that. Their only hope just was completely demolished. Nah, they didn't even have that as a last hope. Oh yes, and the first level's first bosses here as well. Not even as a boss here anymore. It's kind of here because it's here. Up and I got cursed. Doesn't concern me though. I still have an awesome chance at this next boss. Though he is difficult. Just not as difficult with so many levels. If he was, I probably wouldn't be dumping as much MP as I was just now. But yes, I went through this before I have now. It wasn't to be sure I could actually defeat him. Actually, the last time I went through here and completely annihilated him, well, I was trying to record. And when it went through the to the end of the demo scene, after it ended, it went back to the title screen, which then froze when it got to the intro scene. And when I tried to close out so I could restart it, or at least end the recording there, my recording software crashed. And the recording with it. So yeah. Technical difficulties do happen, and it can happen to you. But it's not the first time I've had troubles recording. My first video I had a lot of problems recording. But I think I have a good feeling about this time. For the count. I do wonder where that gargoyle went. That was supposed to be one of the monsters I faced here, right? Oh yeah, and right here's the door to the boss area. Well, let's just hope I can end the recording in time without it and the recording thing I'm using crashing. Well, let's go. Yep, a giant tarantula. I'm not exactly sure what this is referencing, but okay. Look how much damage I'm doing to it. This is gonna be over quickly. Speaking of quickly, look how much damage he's doing. 1 damage with that. I think that's kind of pathetic. But then again, look how over-leveled I am. I am over the range point. I don't need to be this leveled. I mean, yes, I even thought I could have settled at level 30, at level 37. And look, the giant tarantula is dead. With me not using that and having exactly no problems. Well, around here is where I'm supposed to gather the element. But, just watch. The good old outro to the stage. But, well, that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this 5th demo. And, yeah, this is what we get. Yep. But let's see how you did on this playthrough. You beat the game on hard 46. What's the 46 for? With 7 deaths. Okay. This means your rank is an E rank? What a pitiful display. Surely you can do better than that. What kind of outside help did I get? I'm not sure if I should, press to continue or not, but I guess I'll keep my finger on the stop record button. Yep. And that's the end, but I'm not finished yet. I'm going to stop recording and then go to my other save file, which I have another save file, to show you something that's kind of ridiculous in my own opinion, but kind of good-ish. You'll see. Be right back, everyone. Alright, and I am back. But, yeah, I know, I look different. I'm even a level different. But, I decided to go through the game again. On a smaller difficulty, so I didn't have to waste my own time, and probably yours, so you could wait to get this video. But, I went and challenged Diamond Dogs again, and defeated them, but also rescued the 2 soldiers, our royal guards, inside that area. And I unlocked this. The training halls. Now, just listening to it, kind of sounds like an XP earner, like an experience shovel where you could just keep on farming and farming until you've reached the limits. Well, excuse me, let me show you what it really is. Now, I can kind of understand it. It being a complete movement kind of scenario. Pretty much what you're doing is trying to dodge these kind of things. There's 3 parts on this. This one, so far, is the most difficult, because it takes the most HP in one hit. But I would have thought there would be monsters in here. Well, let's just try and see if there are monsters. And it's okay if you die, it doesn't go on your permanent record. But what does go on your permanent record is if you actually make it out to the other side. As you can see, I completely died and got demolished there. Let's try this again, shall we? Usually I start off right about there. I don't get owned this much now. And with that amount of HP, you pretty much should say hearse immediately. Let's see, do I have... Nope, I don't have an item. Which means it's going to be sufficiently harder. You can only be hit here once. Now, in my equipment I have a harpy feather, and on my skills I have Rapidus Fio. Trust me, you're going to need it. Because not only... I mean, it doesn't look so hard right now, but just think if I didn't have Rapidus Fio, and also I didn't have Harpy Feather. I wouldn't have been able to get past the first part. I would be struggling right now trying to find a way around it. But no, there wouldn't be any. The maker of this game has intentionally made it to where this is the hardest obstacle course in freaking 2D history. Now, without the Harpy Feather, this part would just be impossible. Freaking possible. So, thank God I have the Harpy Feather, but, and it was much easier than I thought. See all those? They do 27 damage to me. I mean, as you level, it gets slower, but here's where I go. Okay, so I made it underneath all their times, but yeah. I beat his personal record. Need to get they give me an item. Well, pretty much what happens there is that they give you an item corresponding on to how much time you take actually doing the whole thing. Now, if you go in there and get under a minute, which my personal record is 32 seconds, and that's I've not been able to even try to beat that one. But 32 seconds, they give you items that you don't have from the demo yet, but when you stop, it just goes back to the original 3,200 bits that you get, which would pretty much be useless, seeing as though this is just a demo and you can't cross-link saves. Which I've tried. It just doesn't work. But I mean, I could see if you were having a problem in the next boss and you couldn't defeat him, I could see that your character would need some extra experience to kind of guide yourself through it, and training halls sounds like it could be that one place where you could go and train your character to where he has the level and pretty much everything he needs to go to face up to the next challenge. But it's just a mess. Versus this, which without Rapidus Fio you couldn't get through. Then it's the fire area, which without Harpy's Feather would be basically impossible to meet. Like here, I wouldn't have been able to jump that far. I wouldn't have been able to make that jump, and it's sufficiently harder without jump height, in this training halls, you can't use your wings or a teleportation spell, or any of those skills for that matter. You'd be stuck. Now this part is really impossible unless you have the Harpy's Feather and Rapidus Vio. So this needs a combination of the two in order to get through it. I mean, yes, it is possible with those two items, but what if you didn't have those items, or you just didn't want to, collect those items? You'd be stuck completely. And then there's those time limitations. I mean, I've only went through it in 1 minute and 2 seconds by just me talking with me talking to you guys. But it's just insane. If you don't make it in 10, or not 10, but 2 minutes, you don't get anything. That means even if you didn't have the Rapidus Vio or the Harpy's Feather, you would have 2 minutes to get here and actually get an item. That means you would have to time your movements, make sure you have the right kind of jump, the right timing to jump, what you need. You'd have to be able to play Guitar Hero on Expert with getting nothing but gold stars, not even looking at the screen, and listening to a completely different song, while having no feeling in your arms. Now, I'm not trying to be an angry video game nerd. Inconvenient reference. But that's just insane for it to require such items. Okay, I'm gonna stop complaining. But yeah, other than that, in the original Castlevania, I can see where it could link up. I can see where something like this could link up, because the hardest thing you had was control. Because all you had was, on the NES, all you had was the D-pad in 2 buttons, A and B. Yes, I can see how that can be extremely difficult and frustrating. And being that your worst enemy in that game is water, and also the knockback. I mean, I used to play the old Castlevania for the NES. I used to have that. But no, I don't have it anymore. I can see how it was difficult, but I beat it. Kind of. I mean, I beat Dracula, but it didn't really give me an option to save. Which, speaking of, at the end of the demo, it doesn't give you a save option. So you can't save in order to continue through. Or maybe you just want to save and continue playing through all the levels so you can try to get all the items. Or maybe master all the skills. Or maybe you just want to keep on playing and fighting that same boss so you can level up. But I guess not. There is no saving feature at the end of it. So you'd be stuck at where you were before you would have beat the boss. The main boss, I mean. Which would mean it would be more profitable to you to die to that boss so you can go back, get the save done while you're leveled up, and then go back, fight the first boss, get killed by the main boss, and then go back to the town, save, and then go back. And then there was that issue with the Diamond Dogs with that glitch, and I just so happened to encounter it while trying to record this part. And again, it just brought me back to where the element fell. And I got the element, and it showed me the end of the demo, which kind of angered me, because it stopped the gameplay, and then froze entirely. The entire game froze. But it wasn't the last time, it was the time before that time, where I couldn't save, and I didn't remember that I couldn't save at the end of the demo, because I was too focused on getting through it, so I could try to record it. I mean, I didn't save at the first 3 defeats, because I didn't think of it. But when I did try to go back and save, I forgot that there was a shadowy figure. I was too much in a rush, and so it just brought me to the end of the game, and then it froze. Now, it's not that much of a complaint. I know many games don't have a saving feature at the end, but it is kind of something that you kind of need for a demo like this. The player would like to keep on playing. Not that many people would want to keep playing a game like this, but I do. I mean, it's not because of the ponies, no, but it is because of how the game is played, how it feels. It feels like I'm playing an old Castlevania game, only with a new system. There's a level up system, there's a save system to where you don't have to go back and you don't have to input a complete huge password to go back. Also, there's character customization, which kind of makes it better, and also there's equipment that you can use. I mean, in the original Castlevania there was equipment, but not like this. Not like this. There are skills, spells, kind of, and you have three different customization configurations. There's this which tells you that. I mean, the original Castlevania's pause was just a completely frozen screen, kind of like looking at it now. Only you can still move. There are a lot more controls, including this, but overall it still feels like an old Castlevania game. And though many people won't be willing to play this because of what you play as, I would be willing to play it because it feels like a Castlevania game. I don't care what it makes me look like, but it feels like a Castlevania game. It plays like a Castlevania game. So, it's a Castlevania game. In my opinion, it could be a decent upbringing of the Castlevania games. But there are the bugs, there are the bad parts, there are the non-save files, the training halls that shouldn't really be obstacle avoiding. But in my ultimate opinion about this game, it's a try it yourself and see if you like it thing. I mean, yes, I've tried it, and I've played through it many times. It just makes me feel that immersed into the game. Not that playing as a pony makes me feel more of myself, but it's how you use the weapons and how the skills go around. It's like overall graphics. It's not about the looks. It's Castlevania with a different paint job. That's pretty much what it is. It's custom Castlevania, if you want to say it like that. But okay, I've rambled on a little bit too long. I'm sorry about that. But yes, this is an amazing game, and I can't wait for the other demo to come out, or I can't wait for the entire game to come out so I can see what the game creator has in store. A game like this has amazing qualities, and it has so much potential. So much potential to go even further than what it is now. I mean, yes, the demo has said that the game will be non-linear later, but I mean, I can't wait to see the full game. If this is just a demo, then yeah, full game's gotta be much better. And I can't wait to see when the full game is released. And I hope you guys out there are just as excited. Okay. Okay, well, I've been rambling on a bit too long. So, anyways, if you like this video, like, comment, share, all that jazz. And also, don't forget to go try this game out for yourself. I'll try to link it in this description. So, I didn't link it in the last description because I didn't know how, so I'm going to be searching into it a little bit further to learn how to link it. So, I hope you liked it. And game creator, thanks for the instant response. You're really awesome. But other than a few quirky things, that's just about it. So, hope you liked it. Yeah, I know. I just don't want to end the video yet, but I guess I will. So, Equestria, signing out. Hello guys, this was my last video of the current demo of Ziggylung's Ponyvania, Order of Equestria. Anyways, about what I said in the video, I can't wait for the full game. But speaking of, Ziggylung, if you made it this far in the video, take your time. There's no rush. We can all wait. If the full game is going to be what I think it will be, it'll be worth the wait. Until my next video, Equestria, signing out.